back, everyone, to the Diecast Racing Network, your home for the Summer Rally Series qualifying event number 8. And we're here with group number 2. It's time to get this round finished off. And it's brought to you, as always, by Rust Belt Customs, your one-stop shop for high-quality custom waterslide decals and diorama pieces. Go visit them on Facebook.com and tell them the dude sent you. And we have our first matchup for the night. It's going to be Sam Hall in that Lancer Evolution going up against Papa Pugsley in that Ford Focus. Sam Hall defeated the Down Squad 2-1, and Papa Pugsley defeated Cupcake 2-1, and that is how they got here. They are at the top of the hill. It's best of 3. They're down, away across the 69th Street Bridge, through the back straightaway, and into the divided 180. They've hit the split with Sam Hall in the lead. Sam Hall approaches the jump cautiously and lands the jump. Papa Pugsley still back there as they're through the rally garage area into the canyon, and Sam Hall wins race 1. Papa Pugsley right behind him. He'll have to settle for second, regroup, and try to see what he can get done for race number 2. Sam Hall in that Lancer Evo showing that he's got what it takes to make it to round 3. We'll see how lap number 2 goes. Very cautious as he approaches the jump here, handles it just nicely. Papa Pugsley, he handled it well too. He's back there, just not enough speed to carry him all the way through the canyon and to the finish line. And speaking of speed, don't forget, just a little bit after this, the Diecast Racing Network will make their racing debut over at Monster Motorsports. Be sure to check that one out next. The link is in the description. We're back to the top of the mountain. It's race number 2. Sam Hall will be on the inside this time. Papa Pugsley, he'll be on the outside. They're pretty even across the back straightaway. Sam Hall is going to get the early lead through the chicane and into the split. A little more speed this time. A little bit more reckless behavior from Papa Pugsley back there. He cannot land the jump, and Sam Hall will win race number 2, and he will advance to round number 3 with a 2-0 sweep. Hats off to that team. Hats off to Papa Pugsley and that Monster Energy Ford Focus. It did the job up until this point, but it's going to have to be shown the road as he couldn't quite land that jump good enough. Not so sure he would have had enough speed anyway. In any event, it's going to be Sam Hall advancing to round number 3. Don't forget, this is an action-packed night. You've got a lot lined up for you. Stick around and enjoy all of the Diecast racing action tonight. You don't want to miss it. Moving along to our next matchup. It's going to feature Puff in that Castrol WRX Impreza going up against Gray Wizard. That Ford Escort. Puff defeated Arlo 2-0 in round 1. The Gray Wizard had a hard time, but he ended the end count run 2-1, and that is how they have made it here to round number 2. Puff in that number 17 car, he'll be on the inside. Gray Wizard in the 77, he'll be on the outside, and they are on their way down into the divided 180. Puff with the early lead through the chicane. Gray Wizard, he's still back there not giving up. Well, he's giving up now. He's turned over. Puff rolls over too, but he maintains all 4 tires on the track. He gets down into the canyon, and Puff will win race number 1. And he has been the sly devil there in this tournament so far. Gray Wizard on his side. Is that a decal off the track right there? What's that decal? Puff through the divided 180 and into the chicane. He had a healthy lead. Gray Wizard, like so many have tried before, tries to hit the gas right there, but you can't. You must finesse that turn. Puff barrel rolls the jump. He makes it around the open 180, and he already knows the deal. He just needs to keep it straight. He'll get the win. Puff 1-0 on the Gray Wizard. Team will have to get that checked out. They'll swap lanes this time. The Gray Wizard will be on the inside. Puff, he'll be on the outside in that Subway WRX Impreza, if that's even a name. They are down the back straightaway. The Gray Wizard on the inside for the divided 180. He's got the lead through the chicane. What can he do on the split this time? He's on 2 wheels, but he made the split. Puff trying to pass. Puff off the track. Gray Wizard on his way to the finish line. And the Gray Wizard draws level 1 apiece. You knew he wasn't going to go quietly into the night. Puff, what happened to Puff? We'll have to see. There was a lot of destruction and calamity back there. Through the cornfield, into the barn, that poor barn. Boy, we might need to put some guardrails up there. Let's see what happens. Puff trying to take the lead through the jump. He gets it wrong, 2 wheels off, and he just rolls off the track. Here he is, rolling down the mountain, slamming into the barn. I don't know how much more abuse that barn can take. Meanwhile, up front, the Gray Wizard in complete control. A little wobbly at the end, but he already saw the finish line, and he knew that he was going to get the win. So as it stands right now, after 2 races, it's 1 apiece, and it's really anybody's match this time. The only variable here will be, can Gray Wizard make it through the split once again? He'll start in the outside lane, and Puff will be on the inside lane. Puff with the early lead. Puff wants it. Puff wants to get out of here and in a hurry. He's through the chicane. He gets up to the split. Puff in the lead. The Gray Wizard rolls it again. Puff lands it again, and Puff, he'll have an open track in front of him. Can he keep it straight? He does keep it straight, and he does advance to round number 3. That Castrol starting to get banged up, but what can you say? Gray Wizard off the track, and there is a decal right there. Dark Arts leaving trash all over the track. It's bad enough that they destroy the track, they leave debris as well. Gray Wizard off the side there. We'll probably have to adjust that in the offseason as well. Another casualty there on the split. Meanwhile, Puff, he doesn't know anything about what's going on behind him. He just has the finish line ahead of him. He will dance into round number 3. Puff defeating Gray Wizard 2-1. Gray Wizard gave it a great run. It's time to pack that car up and head it on home. We are going to head to the next matchup, which will feature Lily the Dog in that Launch a Delta Integrale going up against Lone Star. Lone Star defeated Scooter Roundwell 2-1 in the first round. Lily the Dog defeated Marcus 2-1, and that is how they got there. The Launch a Delta Integrale, the last one remaining in the field. Yes, that is sitting on FTE wheels, and we'll see how he handles the Ford Cosworth driven by Lone Star. He'll start on the outside. They're down and away, and they're through the back straightaway. Lily the Dog already into the chicane. Got the lead through the split. Lone Star still back there. Lone Star catching up, and Lone Star rolls it. Lily the Dog does not. Keeps her nose pointed forward, and Lily the Dog in Dippin' Dots wins race number 1. Those Dippin' Dots, they are coming off the car. They are all over the place. You'll see them everywhere. Look, there's some right there. Lone Star on his roof, not where you want to be. We know what happened here. It looks like he just couldn't land the jump. He goes for the barrel roll and a half. He unfortunately need at least 1 or 2. Anything in between is going to result on the hood, and it does. Lily the Dog, meanwhile, she gets the win. And it's 1-0. Lone Star and that Ford Cosworth, they get it flipped over. They're back at the top of the mountain. This time, they will be on the inside lane. Lily the Dog missing all those Dippin' Dots off the back. She'll be on the outside. They're down and away. This is an even one right into the back straightaway. Even again through the divided 180. This is about as even as it gets. Lily the Dog making the pass through the split into the jump. Tries to cut across. Lone Star deposits Lily the Dog into the wall. And Lone Star, he'll make it through the canyon under the pass. And that Ford Cosworth will get himself a win here in round number 2. Lily the Dog took a hard hit off the track, through the wall, into the trees. Let's see one more time. Lily the Dog had all the speed, took the lead, got too greedy as she tried to cross in front of Lone Star. Lone Star just hit the brakes. He had no idea what to do. He just hit the brakes. Lily the Dog on her own off the track. And Lone Star, did he have enough speed to make it to the end? He had just enough after hitting the brakes coming off that mountain. He had to quickly get back on the gas, but he did just that, and he grabs himself and that team a win, and it's 1-1 going into race number 3. Lone Star will be on the outside, Lily the Dog on the inside. They are down and away. Lone Star trying to keep up. Lily the dog pulling ahead just a little bit through the divided 180. They make it to the split. Lily the dog's first. Lily the dog to the jump, holding her breath. She makes the jump. Lone Star makes the jump too. Lone Star trying to make the pass. Lily the dog slows down, and Lone Star gives Lily the dog a push, and that might have just been the end game for Lone Star, as Lily the dog wins the race, wins the event there, and will move on to round number 3, excuse me. It was a tight race. The jump had everybody nervous, but everyone lands the jump. And Lily the dog out of control right here, coming to a stop. Lone Star just needed to go the other way. He runs into the back of Lily the dog, giving her just enough momentum to make it to the finish line. And all Lone Star can do is just watch from there. It's a great round right there. That's a great matchup. Lily the dog moving on after defeating Lone Star 2-1. This will bring us to our final matchup of round number 2, and it will feature Grumpy Cloud and that number 22 Lancer Evo going up against that number 69 Ford Cosworth driven by Arlo. Arlo won the do or die round to get here. Grumpy Cloud defeated Uncle Elvis 2-0, and that is how he got here. He will start on the outside lane. Arlo will start on the inside. And this is all house money for Arlo, as he was eliminated in round 1. Wins the do or die round just to get here, and he faces Grumpy Cloud there through the split. Grumpy Cloud with a lot of speed. Grumpy Cloud showing why he was able to make it here, as he's got plenty of speed, but Arlo trying to make the pass at the finish line. Oh, and that was close. Arlo, I had completely written him off. He hit the gas. He must have hit some kind of boost, because all of a sudden he was right there. And there's a shocker. He leaves the car on the track. I'm starting to think that he wants to stay on the track. Let's take another look at this as Grumpy Cloud hits the jump. He's all alone. I don't even see Arlo. Well, he does get a little bit squirrely right there. Arlo with a ton of speed, just moving down into the canyon. He's going for the pass right here, and he can't quite pull it off. Just not enough time left in that backstretch. And Grumpy Cloud and that Lancer Evolution, he will grab the early 1-0 lead. Arlo, no stranger to deficits, as he's been in the deficit pretty much the entire tournament so far, with the exception of that fantastic do or die round where he was able to knock out all the competition. We're going down and away, and here goes Grumpy Cloud through the chicane into the split. Can Grumpy Cloud close the deal? Lands the jump. Arlo does land the jump too, but he's slow. Arlo slowing down even more, and it will be Grumpy Cloud ending the run of Arlo. And that number 22 Lancer Evolution pulled out all the stops. We'll check the Rust Belt instant replay here as the back end of that Ford Cosworth dips off the track, and that took away all the momentum. He was still able to, Arlo that is, make a respectable run, but again, it's too late at this point. Grumpy Cloud pulls off the upset, sending that Ford Cosworth back home. And that's it. That's what we have for round 2. Sam Hall, Puff, Lily the Dog, Grumpy Cloud. They'll join Numbskull, EP Lucas, the Pool Guy, and Daddy G in the final 8. Don't forget to check out Rust Belt Customs. We can't get out of here without giving them a shout out. These 4 cars, they're going to hit the road. They made a great show, but it's time to go on and hit that tunnel. We will see you guys next time. That's our show. Stick around for all the diecast action. We'll see you next week, folks.